Hey guys, it's Insubordination, and I am here with another episode of my Hunger Games commentary series. And in this game, I am going to be playing the Chemist kit. And the Chemist kit is a nice kit. You start with these 3 potions, and they regenerate. They regenerate usually at 5 minutes, and then I think 20 minutes, and then 35, etc. So they regenerate after 5 minutes, and then 15 minutes after that point. So they're really nice potions. It's nice to have the ability to just pot spam someone if you feel like you're going to lose. Maybe you're fighting someone who has a lot more armor than you, or fighting a team, and you can just pop some of your potions. And once you get a nice regeneration of the potions, you can even do a double instant damage. So I jump in here. That is my stone sword. It looks kind of weird. I don't know. I made it myself, so I don't know how good it looks, but and so I get that first kill. That person was just in the water, not really doing anything. And then I am hunting again, and then I see this other guy who's just sitting here under the tree, so I take him out. He hits me once. And then I'm just moving on. I'm trying to get kills this game. So I'm just trying to hunt with my compass once I've gotten some shrooms. And then I see this team of 2 in the desert, and they splash strength, so I splash them with weakness and poison. And then it turns into a little potion battle there, and I take out one, and then I finish off the other guy. To be fair, I did have soups and they did not, but, you know, still a fun fight. Battle of the potions. So then I'm just moving on after that little skirmish here, and actually, I don't follow my own advice in this video. In my last video, I talked about how you don't want to leave the swamp when you only have like 5 mushrooms, but in this game, I guess I wasn't really paying attention to how many mushrooms I have, so I've left the swamp at this point when I'm going for this guy, and I don't have too many mushrooms. I've only got 1 brown shroom. So I go for this team underground, and I get to fight them one at a time, which is very nice. It's never fun to have to fight a team at once. And so then I'm just in this cave. I'm trying to keep an eye on that guy who looks like he might be coming for me, but he doesn't end up. So I just decide to grab the iron that they have over here. Figure I've got 15 iron, might as well smelt it. And so I go into this little cave here and begin to smelt my iron. So smelting iron is an interesting... I'm never really sure exactly when I should smelt my iron. If you have it, I figure that if you've got more than like 9 iron, which is enough for pants and a sword, I figure you should probably smelt it at the quickest opportunity, because it's never fun to die with iron in your inventory, because you just feel like, if I had smelted it, I could have killed him. So I've got, I don't know, 19 iron or something, and some chicken, so I just decided to go smelt all that stuff down in this little hole before I move on. And you can see I've got a lot more potions than in the beginning, because I've used, I think, 2 and then 3 more respawns, and I got one from the Urgle. So I actually have, what, 5 potions there? 2 instant damages, 1 weakness, 1 poison, and 1 strength 1. So I am pretty much set on potions this game. I'm feeling pretty good. Almost full iron, tons of potions, not feeling too bad about this game. Even if there's a team or something, I feel like I could either use my strength or use something to finish them off. So after I get out of the cave, I start to hunt this Scooby Jr. And look at that, he is actually an Ender Mage team. He's in a team with this Ender Mage here. So we're just fighting in this tower, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die because I'm gonna get knocked off. But luckily enough for me, I don't get knocked off, and I actually kill them both, or I think I kill them both. But as it turns out, Scooby Jr. there, he is actually a stomper. So I am kind of looking around for their tower because I want to try to get down from here. But unfortunately, they didn't actually have a tower. They must have deleted it. So I try to knock Scooby Jr. off with a poison potion, but unfortunately that doesn't work. So I try an instant damage potion, and that doesn't work either. So now I don't really know what to do. I'm like, what do I do? And then I realize I have these eggs, and so I shoot an egg, and then it goes right over his head, and I shoot another egg, and it too goes right over his head. So now I'm really just like, what do I do now? Now I've used up all my ammunition. And so I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for something to happen, maybe waiting for him to try to stomp, and then notice he's trying to team with me in the chat. So I realize he's trying to bait me into speaking so that he can stomp. So I unshift, and then bait him into stomping, and then reshift. So that was a pretty nice bait. I was pretty happy about that when it happened. And so now that he's gone, I can finally use his tower to get down here. Because without a tower, you really can't get down if you don't have a water bucket or something. Because, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't place blocks on the bottom of the tower. So, luckily enough, he did come back. And then, as I'm towering down, I see this guy who towers up to me. And we end up fighting for a while. He does not go down easily. So, his name is Death, I guess. And he's only got iron pants, but he's pretty good at souping. And really now is where my lack of soup from the swamp in the beginning of the game starts to hurt me. because I really don't have much soup to refill with after this point. It took a couple soups up in the tower, and then I've just been taking a couple soups for gradual fights, and this guy is actually a pretty good PvPer, so look, I don't even have a hotbar of soup. So I'm chasing him, which is probably not a great idea, and then I decide, you know what, even though the feast is there, I gotta get soup. So I run back to the swamp from the beginning of the game, and that is something you want to do, is remember those coordinates of the swamp, because if for some reason you run out of mushrooms, which really should not be happening, this was not good of me to run out of mushrooms, then you want to be able to find the swamp again and get more mushrooms, or find your jungle or whatever it is. So at this point I am just trying to get a nice stock of mushrooms before I go to the feast, and then I see this guy. It's just a little gift of a kill there, and I just one-shot him for one reason or another. And so then, now that I've got about 15 of each shroom, I decide to head back to the feast, or I guess I get a couple more shrooms, and then I decide to head back to the feast, where I'm pointing at Adeth, who is still at the feast, who I assume is at the feast. So I get to the feast, and it looks like Adeth is actually in this tower, so he was a stomper apparently, which makes sense, because he was towering up to me quite recklessly. So at this point is just 3 people left, me, Adeth, and then this one guy who is a monk, who has been getting a lot of kills this game. So I'm going with the stone axe strategy, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get these chests with the stomper above the feast, which is never fun. And then look at this, the monk is just running on the feast. He's not even looking up, he's not even shifting. I don't know what, he looks up there, and then he just completely ignores the stomper that's standing above us. I don't really know what his plan was, if he was expecting to not die, and I also don't know why it took the stomper so long to stomp him, but so he just kind of throws this at me, and then he dies because he was not paying attention at all. So I was laughing in real life, because I was just looking at him like, what are you doing, dude? Are you even gonna look up? So yeah, me and the stomper, we both have a good laugh at that. That was kind of interesting. So now I am looking frantically for a bow, because I know the stomper is towering up again, and I get my bow, but you know, this doesn't go great. This is not my day for knocking stompers off their towers, I have to say. So I am, shooting with my bow, but let's just say I don't get him off the tower. So he just towers all the way back up. He was doing pretty well with his towering. He was like, blocking off the vantage point. I couldn't really see him the whole time. So I give up on that and just go back to the chests, and I'm trying to keep an eye on him because I don't want him to get all the way up there and stomp me when I'm unawares. So then he gets up to the top, so I start the stone axe strategy, because he is now all the way up there, and I don't want to get surprise stomped like the monk who wasn't paying attention. So with the stone axe strategy, you pretty much cue stuff out of your hotbar and break stuff with your axe, break the chest with your axe, so you never actually have to unshift, which is a nice strategy, because you can actually hold down control to queue out whole stacks of something from your hotbar, which is how I queue out all that steak and all these soups. But then look at this, he actually jumps down and he has strength. So I'm lucky. I guess he wasn't using soup this battle, because I only had like 2 soup in my inventory. So I'm pretty lucky that he died in so few shots, because I really think he would have killed me. So thank you for watching this game, and here is the stats page. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you remember to rate, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. See you next time.